Welcome back, everybody. Netcode here once again. This time, I'm not gonna say I'm playing King of Fire because this is more like a discussion than anything. So, what I'm talking about, and the thing is, we have an issue with King of Fighters right now. Now, when I say issue, right, I'm not saying that this is always gonna be the case, because I want people to understand that this video is not to promote hate, but to promote criticism to what is happening right now with the netcode in King of Fighters and also the input delay. Now, like I said, I'm gonna be objective about this because at the end I'm a fan and I want to SNK to go forward, and I think they have done a lot of changes. They have, compared to other netcodes, this is the best netcode, at least for the 3D SNK fighting game they have is the best netcode. Okay, now here's the issue. If you guys have been with me on the channel, I've been playing the game since the first beta and the second beta. In the first beta, I was worried about the netcode itself because even though the netcode wasn't the best at that moment, I thought about it like, hey, this is way better than Street Fighter 5. But when I had the second beta, it was like, okay, now this is responsive, now this is great, this is awesome. Now again, I'm gonna connect the netcode issue with also the input delay. Now you might be asking what I'm talking about the input delay, so let's go over that really quickly so you can get what I'm saying about this, right? Now you will see on screen article that Event Hubs did. I will be also putting on the link. I will put it actually in the comments, the article link, so you can see it if you want to. But what it goes about is that there is a delay input issue in King of Fighters, right? And let me mention, and keep in mind, this is all they updated with a new data about the PC input delay that he has over there. So I'm gonna give you all those numbers right now. Now you can see over here, PlayStation 5, which is top tier, at least for the Sony console, right? It has like almost 6 frames of delay. Again, if you want to go specific, it's 544, but whatever. The PlayStation Pro has 4.12, almost 4 frames. The PlayStation 4, not the Pro one, has 416, which is not that bad, compared between them, right? But if you go over the Xbox Series 3.20 and also the Series S 3.58, PC, which an astonishing 1.98, almost 2 frames. Now, here's the thing. Yes, you can also see right now on the screen that everything's getting delayed, right? See, it's getting stuck. And this is what I want to talk about. Like right now, right? This person that I'm playing, Cybertron, I have done first to 10 with him in Virtual Fighter. He lives like in my same region, in the same place I live, which is Puerto Rico, and we both have great internet, right? And when I mean internet speed, I mean like 200 download and 20 upload, right? Which is respectable, right? Now here's the thing. Like right now, right? The delay, he's on PlayStation 5, I am PlayStation 4 Pro. I also have a friend that I play with him in PC. I don't have the PC version, but when I go to his house, I play in PC. And when I started playing the game on the PC version, I was amazed. And that is when I noticed that, oh yeah, the delay issue is real. Like, it's completely real. Like punishing moves and short hops, and trying to stop any kind of how I say this, unga, I don't care about my options, I'm gonna go autopilot. All of that goes out the window with that delay. Now keep in mind, I'm talking about only right now the delay, and I was talking about also an offline area, right? Because I was playing on the PC, right? Now here's the thing. I have seen also PC players that play between themselves, right? Because there's no cross-play unless you're PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, which to me is not cross-play, but whatever. So the thing is, like, they were telling me that, hey, I stopped playing the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 versions of the game because of that major issue. And and you combine that with the netcode. Now in PC they say the netcode is better, but I think it's more. The reason why I say that is because of the delay input being non-existent over there, right? And like right now, like this is something I see. Like sometimes the game is playing correctly, no issue whatsoever, and then it stopped. It started like working, like it paused itself and tried to reconnect again. Even though sometimes when you reconnect, the delay frames will be way different from what you're feeling. Like I had clicked in a battle, a punch, and up top says delay frame 1 frame or 2 frames, and then the button appears like almost like 6 or 8 frames later, right? The same thing with walking or anything that is done, like, because there's a syncing issue right now in the netcode, right? Now, here's the thing: the millisecond things also, but goes way, like the indicators of those two things, the delay frames and the milliseconds, sometimes are way off. Now, I understand that keeping it up to date all the time will be a little bit annoying, maybe, because different factors, etc. But the problem is, like, when you're trying to get better, and your only option to get better is playing online. And if you don't have that, if you don't have good netcode, and you can see that, oh my god, people are doing stuff that I know I can punish. I went to training mode, I test this out, like, what is happening? Do I suck? Oh, you know what? Screw this game. And that's what I'm scared about. Like right now, SNK should go more about this. Also, I maybe I'm wrong, because I haven't seen other people that do content talking about this. I think the only person that has said that is Low Tier God, but I don't get, I hate that guy. So I don't hate him. I just don't respect him, because he's a persona he creates for people that think that he's real. But whatever. I'm digressing. So here's the thing: I wish SNK fix with the netcode. And this is more like an in-depth video about all this, because I want to show people that this is something that is happening. Because some people will say, oh no, you're making stuff up, that doesn't happen. If you don't believe me, my last video, Shameless Plug, my last video has this issue almost at the end, like at the end of the set. And I don't think it was like, maybe the player could have beat me, maybe I could have stumped him like really bad for real. But those interactions, those experiences that you take when you're playing online, and you want to grind the game because you love the franchise, you love the characters, you love everything, but then you hit this wall that you understand that you won't be able to pass it around unless you move out of the place that you're living and go to Japan or maybe the States and play only with people that have great connection over there. But if you're trying to do and this is what I'm scared, because this is something I always hated. Every time there is like online tournament, so usually they break it, East Coast with East Coast players, West Coast with West Coast players. Keep in mind, I'm saying East Coast and West Coast, I'm talking about the United States. But when it comes to the rest of the world, it's a fucking shit show. Like, for example, let's use Capcom Cup as an example. Capcom Cup Latin America. If you want to play the Capcom Cup, then if you are in Puerto Rico, which is where I am, which is part of the States, which is in the Caribbean Sea, which is nearby to Dominican Republic, and pause on that part because I'm gonna go back to that later. But it goes like this: Puerto Rico can play with Dominican Republic. They don't say Cuba, but if they were available, they would be there. Also Jamaica, Mexico, and then it starts saying places like Nicaragua, Costa Rica, like parts of the Central America, right? Panama, stuff like that, right? Now, here's the issue. Like, when I play against Dominican players, and keep in mind, I love all those players. I don't have any beef with them or anything like that. But they know this is true, and unfortunately, that's something that I applaud them, because I would have quitted Street Fighter 5 a long time ago. When they are playing online, right? Even though if their connections are good, and not all of them is good, because that's another thing that I'm gonna talk about in a few seconds more, especially with Mexico, because somebody sent me a tweet of Punk, and I will go about that. But anyways, so the rollback, the delay was horrible, and to me that has been a big like, to me has been a big no to get back to Street Fighter 5. Even though I like characters, I like the mechanics, but I don't like the netcode, and if I don't like the netcode, I don't want to play it. I get tired of it, because you know, like, if you try to go to weeklies, then like right now I have a new like, my newborn was born at the beginning of February, so I don't have time for it, right? I mean, I barely have time for videos and play. So when I have the time to play, I cannot do it because it doesn't work, right? And this is the issue that is happening right now with King of Fighters. And I've been noticing people are leaving the PlayStation version to go to PC if they have the money. And I'm afraid, like I said, that this will, you know, like, will hamper the growing of King of Fighter, which I think should have happened a long time ago, right? But they decided to make the best netcode for 3D fighting games for their franchise finally at this time, right? Now, having said that, let me go show you this. First of all, I don't respect Punk as a person, as a player. I do, but he said don't let Mexico enter King of Fighters tournament. Like, bro, like, let's be honest. Like, this is the main issue. Like, for example, I can say the same thing for people from Brazil. What I'm trying to say is that when you're doing events, especially online, they need to be created way better. What I mean by this, so for example, like I was saying a few minutes ago, you know, United States, East Coast, I have better connections when I'm playing against people from Florida and New York. That goes all the way up. Heck, I have better connections against Canada that people are in the east of Canada. But then when you have Capcom Cup, Latin America, Central, whatever, they sometimes piss me against Mexico. And Mexico is like in California, nearby California, right? On the west coast, all the way around, right? And it sucks. And I think they should do it a little bit more thoughtful. And to be honest, you know, in Capcom defense, I think they're the ones that are doing that, because with Arc Revo, which is from Axe Systems, right? The Latin America part was sucky at best. You know, it wasn't worldwide. It was just some places yes and other places no. And I understand that the logistics of this can be a nightmare, but you know what? You have a big community of people that are here that want to play. That if you provide the data, and you have your people that, you know, will break that data and understand what is happening, cool. And then as a community, you will have people super happy with online experiences, right? And also, you know, it will make better esport box for everybody around, right? But anyways, in conclusion, SNK needs to, as soon as possible, solve the delay issue, which is affecting also the netcode issue, because right now the netcode is spotty at best. Also, I would recommend SNK to please put like a Wi-Fi indicator. Now, the problem with this is that this could have a negative effect against players, because I have seen that in Tekken. Like, people say, oh, I cannot find anybody to play, and to be honest, it sucks, you know. But at the end of everything, like, it's better to have a better online experience than having nightmares and going low tier god all the time because the netcode is not reliable and you're like, screw this and screw that. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you think all about this, please. Tell me your experiences with the netcode. You like it, you love it, or maybe you say, you know what, Natsu, shut the fuck up, you're talking about crap. That's not my case. Please let me know all the good, all the bad. because I want to know, right? I have talked with a lot of people, and technically they are having the same issues as myself, and I have also video evidence of this happening. So anyways, as always, like and subscribe, more content like this coming up, hopefully more positive, and yeah, take care.